Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. It's a beautiful sunny Sunday here in Northwest Indiana. These guys are up and ready to go. They're actually up and ready to eat. They're waiting on me to give them their food. I brought these guys some sod and some celery and greens yesterday, and they really love this big chunk of sod. They'll destroy it in like a day or two, but they have a lot of fun with that. I feel kind of bad that they can't ever be out on the grass. Maybe someday we'll fix something up for them so they can be. They like a little handful of the scratch stuff too in the mornings. They're starting to get used to me bringing that to them. I don't know why that one's all puffed up like that. She looks, oh, they're all puffing up. They're kind of silly. One more coop to open. This is where the free birds live. These are the ones that are always running away, flying away. I don't know if you guys see this view enough to appreciate the vast difference in it. But this was all pine tree back here, and now it's not. But Steve has worked like crazy and got it all loaded away in a couple giant, almost dump truck loads, and got this cleaned up. So we now have, reminds me of a little campsite back here. It's kind of cute. So we now have a little bonfire area. Got our picnic table. We'll adapt. Here goes the first one over the fence. One good thing is these have been laying like crazy. I'm getting around almost 2 dozen eggs a day, which is too many eggs for me. Unless I add some more egg customers. And I don't really think I'm going to have that many eggs long term, so I kind of don't really want to do that. But it's good to come out and find a lot of eggs as opposed to coming out and not finding eggs at all. So I'll take it, but they're starting to ramp up and I'm getting tons of really pretty eggs from them. So is anybody out there from Iowa or who got hit by the storm that went through on, I guess that was Monday, right? I hear that there are still parts of the country that are just devastated from that, and a lot of lost crops. So around here we did pretty well. I've actually been doing a census job, which is very fun. I'm really enjoying it, but it has allowed me to be all over the south part of our county, and it's amazing to see like no damage whatsoever, and then you'll come upon an area that has all kinds of damage. It's just been interesting to see how that works. So this guy and I kind of went round yesterday. He's been scooting out of my way, but yesterday he decided it would be fun to try to get my leg again. And I chased him down and caught him and carried him around for a while. So I'm trying out all these different ideas that I've read just to see if they actually work or not. I'll let you know. Today he's scooting out of my way again. The way he acted when I picked him up was really funny. For someone so big and bad that he's gonna attack my leg. He cried like a little baby when I picked him up. Here they all go coming over the fence here. case you're wondering, that is a blue Americana, and that is a splash Americana. And this little lady is a lavender Americana. They lay blue eggs. My Americanas, almost without fail, are very docile and friendly birds, for the most part. So did Steve do an awesome job on this or what? Do you remember what this looked like on Monday? Trees everywhere. He worked super hard. Okay, so a week and a couple days old, and look how big these guys got. It's amazing how fast they grow, and they're starting to do their little hop up in the air thing, which tells me I need to be careful because they'll pop right out of this thing when I open the lid. But they're all doing really well. We lost one and that was it. So we still have, I believe that makes 21 in here. And I just put 52 more eggs in the incubator. And I know a lot of you asked, like, what are we doing with these? And really just kind of fun. It was just something fun to try. So we're using the eggs and then the meat. We'll use some of the meat. I'm gonna see if I can hatch and sell some of the chicks and see if I can find a market for the eggs. I'm gonna keep around maybe 18 or 20 out there, see if I can sell eggs if anybody's interested in those. And if not, then we'll probably just go back to keeping a few because they're kind of fun. They're fun to hatch and the turnaround is so quick as far as getting them from hatching to productive birds that are laying eggs and meat. It's kind of fun. I will give you my opinion on quail so far though. They are very easy to keep. They are no trouble whatsoever. They are quiet and seem to have a really good productivity. The hens I have lay an egg almost every day. And if I were in town or somewhere where I didn't have room for chickens or maybe was not supposed to have stuff like that, I think quail would be an excellent way to have a small source of meat and some eggs that you could do without a whole lot of hassle. I'm sorry to report that this is not going to go down as one of my better gardening years. Instead of the tomato cages that I usually use, I tried a couple of these different ideas this year for tomatoes. And this Florida weave thing, which I apparently didn't do correctly and has been not gone well whatsoever. And the other one was to put these furring strips in the ground and tie the tomatoes on them. And that was doing okay. That was doing better than the Florida weave until a pine tree fell in on them. We had that storm and that pretty much just snapped the furring strips off at the ground. My tomato area here is a complete disaster. It's just pretty much not going well at all. But that's okay. You live and learn. I will not do this again. I will tell you that. But look at my beans. My beans look really good. My last batch of beans there are still doing well. And I'm going to have tomatoes, more tomatoes than I really honestly need. So it's not a total loss, but it's a little disappointing because my tomatoes were finally starting to come on and be ripe. And they pretty much got destroyed. My cucumber fence also pulled over and my cucumbers were still doing really well, but that pretty much messed it up and kind of sort of killed it. My pepper plants all got flattened, but we're propping them up. They seem to be okay. It's just life when you garden. It happens. I do still have peaches on my tree. I'll go in and show you all the peaches that fell off. And this tree did lose some branches, but I was fully expecting that anyway before that storm came. This tree isn't in the best shape anyway. To give you an idea, these are the peaches that I pulled off of that tree before the storm to try to lighten the load. These are the peaches we took off the branch that fell. There's actually 2 branches that ended up falling. And that right there is, it was a good, I'd say 3/4 of a bushel. And I'm thrilled that out of the tomato plants that have remained, I have a lot of lemon boys. I planted several of those this year because they're my favorite tomatoes. So they're doing great. She just ate a worm. I don't know why there's a dead mouse laying there. That's a little disturbing. Sorry about that. All right, guys, I hope you have a great Sunday. I'll catch you the next time. Lily usually doesn't like the camera. This is unusual that she's going to let me film her. I don't think picking him up helped. I think it made it worse, guys. That's the stink eye. This is one of my favorite little black copper morans. She's so sweet. Stink eye.